Hello everybody, it's Queen. I'm back and today I'm going to show you guys the first fall cocktail. I make this one all the time. This cocktail we're going to make tonight is my signature cocktail. Might not be, I don't know, but this is how I make it. It's called a hot apple pie. Hot apple pie. And as you can see, all of the flavors here of the fall. Here's my garnish for the cocktail. I already have a glass garnish with a piece of orange in there for you guys. Back there, the ingredients for my hot apple pie cocktail. Of course, you got to start off with a medium cocktail highball glass. It doesn't have to be really long, but it could be a medium height. And like this one, dollar store. Because see, if you get these things, sometimes the dollar store has nice things, and if somebody breaks one, I like to serve things in glass drinks. If they break it, so what? It's $1.25. Okay, back here's the ingredients. I have the cinnamon flavored apple cider, but you can use any kind of apple cider you want. The plain one, and I got a nice 1 ounce serving. Then we're going to top it with my favorite alcoholic ginger beer today. You can use a hard apple cider. You can use a hard ginger beer. Or you can just use a regular ginger beer. It don't even have to be alcoholic. The apple cider is not alcoholic. I got this one from BJ's. But I have a farmer's market down the road that they sell fresh pressed cider. That's not pasteurized or anything. I mean, if you're not scared to drink it, that's the way to go. It has all kind of healthy benefits for you. This one happens to be cinnamon flavored. Then we have right here my favorite fall, add-on liquor or whiskey, cinnamon flavored whiskey, the Fireball. You guys are familiar with that. And then we're going to put in 1 ounce of that. Then we have back there the old standby Cointreu. Then I'm going to just use a 1/2 ounce of that. Back there, we got the Woodford Reserve, the wheat. This is a sweet whiskey. When I say sweet, I don't mean, you guys know about whiskey, I don't mean like sugary sweet, but it's sweet. It's not strong. It's sweet. And we got a nice ounce of that. But, these cocktails are, you make them to how you like them. But I'm just showing you mine. If you want more Fireball, less whiskey, or more whiskey and less Fireball, none of this, none of that, you could use whatever you want. And if you didn't, we're going to top it with this Krabby's, but say you didn't want to use the alcoholic ginger beer, you could top it with the Martinelli's pear, or they make an apple cider too. I just didn't have any in the house, but the pear cider is just as good. If you didn't want to make it alcoholic, you could just use the apple cider, cinnamon flavored or plain, and then top it with a non-alcoholic sparkling, because you want something sparkling and festive when you're serving a cocktail. So get something sparkling, juice, a sparkling juice, or water or whatever, but I prefer the juice with this. Okay, so you don't have to, you can make this into just a simple mocktail. Back there, these flavors, like I told you guys, I got some black pepper. You can see freshly ground black pepper. Back there, I got some cinnamon sticks. Back there, I got some orange peel that I get from the Middle Eastern stores that I like to go to. I got my balls of nutmeg. I got some cloves. And I got some star anise, as you guys can see. And like I said, this is for garnish that I have in the glass, all ready to go, because I don't want to fight with it with one hand. And then I have some apple slices. If you could fit the apple slices in the glass with the orange, that'll be nice. Or you could just put it on the top if the rim of your glass is not too small, but the rim of my glass is small, so I'm just going to put it on the side. Same thing. Once you, and that's my sugar, that's sugar in the raw. You guys, what I have here is what I call my fall simple syrup. This is a combination of all this stuff that I just told you in this. So I made this out of 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water. Let me show you too. And 1 cup of sugar. Because you guys know simple syrup is equal amounts of sugar and equal amounts of water. And bring it to a boil. turn it down, simmer, and then put your aromatics in there, your black pepper. This is what I use in mine. You can put whatever you want in there. If you just want cinnamon, just use that. If you just want cloves of the star anise, just use that. It's the fall flavors, I call it. And that's your simple syrup. And so you guys need to make some of this because the next cocktail I show you, we're going to use it. I really don't need it today, but if you like a sweet cocktail, then you put like maybe to your liking, but I would start with a little less than a half an ounce. You know, I just don't like sweet cocktails. Okay, so let's get started here with this, I call my hot apple pie. So I have a glass here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to start out. And guys, this Woodford Reserve got their game tight with their whiskey. My next cocktail, I'll be featuring their rye. I mean, it's great. It's just great. This whiskey here is delicious. I'm telling you right now. If you don't like brown liquor or whatever, try this one. You're going to change your mind. So into a jar, we're going to pour the whiskey. We're going to take the Cointreu, and that's, like I said, that's like a half an ounce. But you want more, you put more. That's a half an ounce of the Cointreu. Then the Fireball, which is the cinnamon flavored whiskey, and I'm using a full ounce of that. So we're going to put that in there. And I'm using, just to, you know, loosen it up a little bit with all this alcohol, this is an ounce of the cinnamon apple cider. So put that in there. Give it a shake. If I didn't have one hand, I would give this a good shake. You don't have to shake it with ice. Okay, just to mix it all up. And that's it, guys. Now at this point, if you wanted it sweeter, let me taste it, because I'm the only one drinking this one. I could go for that, but I don't need it. I can take it. So now we're going to just pour this in there. See that? Then we're going to take the drink. And I like to give my drinks just a little stir in the glass. Just a little stir. Just to homogenate everything, make everything cold. Which you can do in a shaker. But like I said, I can't use a shaker. So there we go. Tap down the ice. Then I like to top it with, like I said, I like to top my hot apple pies with an alcoholic ginger beer or an alcoholic apple cider. I like the extra alcohol component in it, but like I said, you can use non-alcoholic. And I like this one, the orange alcoholic ginger beer. So we're going to top it to make it festive. Here we go. Give it a nice little stir. Give it a taste. Lovely. I'm going to take an apple garnish. Put it on the side of our glass. And of course we need a straw. And if you wanted to go fancier with the apple, you could dip this in some ground cinnamon. Just sprinkle it on there. And so when your guests go to sip their drink, their nose get a hit of cinnamon. But, you know, adjust these things. These are good tastes together to your liking. And you'll be set to go. Okay, we got the orange for garnish and apple. Makes a nice little snack. Beautiful drink. Beautiful fall cocktail. Cheers, guys. Let me take a sip. I'm sipping this longer than I should. That's the drink, guys. That's the drink. Very nice drink. The Fireball adds a nice cinnamony taste. The apple cider, of course, is sweet. Very tasty. Like I said, if you can find the non-pasteurized apple cider, fresh pressed, amazing difference. But if you can, get the Woodford. Or if not, any wheat whiskey. Or any kind of whiskey you like, really. And the Cointreu. All right, guys, that's it. And make the simple syrup because we're going to need it for the next cocktail. I burped. That I show you guys. So get that made. Equal parts sugar to water. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water. Then once it comes to a boil, you put in your aromatics that you like. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. I appreciate it. And thanks a lot for watching my videos and giving me your support. I really appreciate it. Have a good evening, and I love you all. Bye-bye. Cheers.